Big 12, Isaiah Taylor and the Horns taking on the Commodores. Quick start off the bat. We'll get to that bat by freshman Taylor. Holland leading the break, feeds Taylor. And then how about the Ridley? Cameron with a two-hand jam. Taylor, little knife inside for the lefty lay-in. 8 straight for Texas. They led early, later in the first. Scary moment for Taylor. Keep an eye on him. Oof. Hits the floor, holding his right ankle. Take another look. Taylor doesn't see James Siakam would turn it. The shoe and sock are off, but Taylor would return 3 minutes later. So you're taking a look at the right ankle. Good news though, he's back. Horns up. 22-15. The floater in the lane. He loves that floater. Texas leads 31-25 at the half. Early second half, Texas on the foul line. We have a developing situation. You heard the bat joke earlier. There is a bat in the Irwin Center. Cameron Ridley is going to be definitely taken by surprise. Look at that thing, you know, it's pretty close. That seems lost. It's only about 2 miles away from Congress Avenue Bridge. Cameron, I don't blame you, brother. I'd be scared too. Thankfully, in attendance, as we take a look at good old Congress Bridge, look at that. Just flying all over the place. But guess who's here? We got Batman. Man, could that have worked out any better? Let's see if the game will work out for Texas. Horns up 5. Dejon Parker drives in. Ridley bats it away. See what he did there? Nice block, though, by Cam getting back. Less than 7 to play. Texas would be up now. 52-44. Beautiful look. Way to show some patience, Mr. John Holmes. Lay in. Horns stretch the lead to 10. You better get a TO. Next possession for Texas. The runner off the glass and 1. Horns up 6 after the free throw. They are feeling it. Later, more from Taylor. How good has this freshman been? It's the runner. Puts Texas up by 8. Now under 40 seconds left. And Texas would be up 63-60. Felix can't handle it. Eric McClellan dunked you very much. Other end, Vandy would cut that to 1. See, McClellan was having a good game at that point with 20. Texas now up by 3. And Vanderbilt, they shot 37% from beyond the arc coming in. That looked like it could have been a good look.
A 70-64 win for Texas over Vanderbilt. So, Rick Barnes, when you talk about toughness out of your young team, what is tonight's game where Vanderbilt tries to come back after trailing by double digits teach you about the toughness of your young team?
Well, first, we've been in games like this. It seems like everybody we played early in our first couple games, we'd get down. We've been down as much as, I think, 16 points. But where we've got to, again, obviously the free throw line was a big problem tonight. If we can just knock down some of those, I felt like that once we started missing those free throws, especially coming from the guard spot, we tightened up a little bit. But, and again, they were down. They were just driving the ball at us really hard, which very smart on their part. And the fact is that we did. We hung in there and we found a way to get it done. We made it a lot harder than it needed to be, but you got to give them credit for that.
Isaiah Taylor didn't have any turnovers in the first half, had 2 in the second, but an all-around solid night for Isaiah Taylor. For a guy who's playing his 8th game for you at the point guard position, how critical is Isaiah Taylor's play to this team?
Well, he made some, when we really bogged down, and when we bogged down offensively, we were just holding the ball way too much, and we weren't getting the kind of movement we wanted. But once we started getting some movement, and we got him coming off a few screens there at the elbow, and he makes 2 great plays, and he can really shoot the runner there. And but we just, again, we had too many turnovers at the wrong time. But again, Vanderbilt's a good team. I mean, they've always done a great job, and Kevin does a terrific job with his team. But there were a lot of good things. We made some plays like, John Holmes, I wouldn't trade him for anybody. And you mentioned it, he had 2 teeth knocked out, diving on the floor. He came up with a big play, but then he wants to do it all the time. That was a big offensive foul that he gave where, those kind of plays. But that's effort. You can deal with that. But the fact is, there are a lot of good things.
You have a really tough December schedule. What does this game do for you heading into a very difficult December?
Well, we've always played one. These guys haven't, but this group of guys, they've played hard, they've worked hard, and everything we do is designed to get us ready for conference play, and then you go from there. But this group has found a way to answer most of the challenges, and we just got to continue to build this team and grow with it. And as long as we will really just not be complacent. We still got to get more from our bench, and we've got some freshmen that I know can really help us, but they've got to do it now.
Rick Barnes in Texas now 7-1, best start in 5 years after a 70-64 win over Vanderbilt.